Howdy, gang. Oh, back to King Come delivery. Last time we did the Privetslavitz invasion. We took down a big-ass bandit camp, which was mixed with Cumans, which means it's actually a political force. And all the money we looted from there turned out to be fake. Which means these people have an army supplied by an infinite source of fake money. And we are now in charge of that investigation. Game also ran like shit last time. It appears to be running fine this time, so that's good. Very good. And we've got stuff we can do. Like we're like in the mid game now. Privetslavitz is a big turning point, so from the ashes should be available now. It's probably what this is right here. I want to start that relatively early. We still have to do a woman's lot. We're probably about ready to do that. There's a thing we can do with Sir Hans. Hopefully you haven't forgotten about him. I think there's a quest in Neuhof. Maybe something about horse racing or some such. Right. They capture a prisoner. He's sitting in Merhoyed. We're gonna use that to start the investigation. That's all we've got for the moment. Oh yeah, Henry slammed Lady Stephanie. That was pretty cool. Oh then, gonna head over here and see if that is in fact the start to From the Ashes. Because if that's gonna be like my money sink or my money maker, we want to get it started early. Should have left the flag on the map, dog. There is a quest here. Activity giver. That might be Captain Bernard. What I want is here. The pop-in is still pretty horrendous today. I don't know, there's like, there's gotta be stuff I can Discord. GG Galaxies were from, oh no. Yeah, I've got nothing open, dog. Lockpick keys. Tobias. He might be the one.
God bless you. What troubles you?
How does life in Rat Eye suit you?
I suppose it was kind of them to take us in. But then they just left us to fend for ourselves. Nobody gives a damn about us.
Did you find out what actually happened?
Folks say it was on account of our silver and how Sir Radzig sides with the king.
See you later.
How fare you?
Do you want me to go, though? Door's only open because I broke into that building earlier. Could be this house. Could be in the backyard. I'm not the one who opened that door. Dog, is this like in my quest log or what? Not. I see. Whoever was given that quest has walked off to down here. It's probably the bailiff. Mr. Bailiff?
God be with you.
Master Bailiff, is there anything of interest going on here?
I should say so. The bishop's vicar came to Ujits, and not even Sir Hanush knows what he's after in these parts. Something must be up, but I couldn't tell you more than that.
You look like you've got a lot on your plate, Master Bailiff. Is work keeping you busy?
Busy. I've had so many visitors, I wouldn't wonder if the door fell off its hinges.
What's going on?
I've been given the task of putting some of the Skalitz refugees to work. It's not that there's a shortage of jobs, the problem's sharing them out fairly.
I understand. Everyone has mouths to feed.
The worst part is they won't tell you who really needs a job the most, but you might be able to help, Henry.
How?
They're like to be more honest with you, so you can find out who's in the most need. And you can decide for yourself who'll do what. Will you help?
Sure.
If you need help, I'll do whatever I can.
You're a godsend. I'm sure it won't take too long. You know how the refugees are getting on, don't you? But ask around if you need to find out more.
What kind of work are we talking about?
Well, old Hagen is looking for a cook, and we need 3, actually 5 carriers.
A cook and 5 water carriers. That sounds simple enough. Is there a problem?
A little. We need 3 water carriers, but the other 2 will have to carry, begging your pardon, shit. Or as the Pope would say, excrement.
Is there anyone who can tell me more about it?
Yes, the merchant Conrad Hagen is the one looking for a cook, so you can talk to him. And young Alex will know which of the Skalitz folk are best suited to the job.
How come that's such a cause for concern?
For one thing, they're afraid of me, and I can't get a straight answer out of any of them. So how the hell am I supposed to make the right choice?
Oh, they're desperate. You can't blame them.
I don't, but I might end up picking some good-for-nothing who'll just booze his wages away.
Can you tell me anything more about the cook?
You'll have to ask Hagen yourself. I couldn't get a straightforward answer out of him. Maybe he's changed his mind.
Right.
That's all I need to know.
Good luck, then.
God be with you. Well, that's not the quest I was trying to pick up, but we'll go do that because it sounds easy enough. Freaking marker off my map, it doesn't even lead anywhere. Distracting. Who is this? Why are they running off so far? Is that Sir Radzig? So weird. Alex is by the church. Hagen's in his shop.
Disdain not our supplications in our distress.
Good day.
I'd like to ask about our former neighbours. There are jobs here for some of them, and I have to pick people.
The bailiff told me about it. He still wants our people to do the knacker's job?
But what of it? It will benefit everyone.
Not everyone. There's not enough work for everyone, and no one wants to do the knacker's job.
I'm guessing that's the shit carrier.
But having a job could save someone's life.
Water carrying, maybe. But if they have to do a job that's not fit for a decent person, only for the knacker or the executioner's servant?
So you think there's no point in it? That it's better to beg than have a job, even if it is hauling shit?
You forget that that's a job for the knacker's hired hand, not for displaced people. When we return to Skalitz, they'll never be able to rid themselves of the stink.
Fair enough.
So, do you know who's most in need of some coin and is fit for hard work?
Everyone's in need of coin, but not everyone is fit for such work.
But who should I talk to then? Where will I find them?
I'll talk to them myself and send them to meet you in front of the Rathaus, so they'll all be in one place. It'll take me a while, though.
I'm also looking for a cook. Do you know of a good cook who's looking for work?
Well, there's Agnes. I've heard she can cook better than anyone. Only...
Well, what's the problem? Did something happen to her?
No, it's just that I haven't seen her around here for ages.
No?
I believe she's cooking for the local parish priest and living at the presbytery. So I don't think she's in need of work.
Well, that's fair.
Thanks. I'll go.
Goodbye.
Or she could still be here. Maybe she doesn't even like the job yet. Oh, right there. Figured that was a nun.
Christ, your clothes. Were you assaulted? Damn bandits, may they burn in hell.
They are burning in hell, I assure you.
Are you Agnes, who works at St. James?
I am. Or I did, before those devils rolled in and burnt down Skalitz. Why do you ask?
I'm looking for a good cook and housekeeper, and everyone I asked sent me to you.
Oh, I've been blessed by God.
So it seems. Anyway, the local merchant wants someone who can cook food fit for nobility and take care of his household.
Well, Father Francis was very fond of good food, but I can't just go serve someone else.
Merchant Hagen isn't just anybody.
I've heard of him, that he's a good Catholic.
Really? Well, yeah, sure he is.
Truly. People still talk about the lovely service he arranged for his wife's funeral.
So you wouldn't mind being his housekeeper?
Well, I don't know. What will Father Francis do?
What happened to him?
Where's Father Francis now?
I don't know. The last time I saw him, he was going to confession in Sasau. But that was before all these terrible things happened. I've heard no word of him since then.
Does he go to Sasau often? Where does he stay when he's there?
Not so often. About once a month. He always used to stay in the inn near the monastery, so he wouldn't have far to go.
I'll ask around about what happened to Father Francis. I'll let you know.
God be with you.
Huh. Why would a priest go to confession when he leaves to go to the big city once a month? And's probably buying hookers or something.
Sigismund, everything I had.
Dog. Let me... turn these off. When I was doing my testing before we started the series, I don't think it made a big difference, but I don't know, I'm not okay with the current frame rate, and I would like to see if it does help at all. It'll look about the same, like you see everything's loading in very slow anyways, like you're very rarely seeing the full high-res texture or whatever. HD sounds are maybe a little broken too, that's what all those audio bugs are, I think. It could just be something on my end entirely, I'm not sure. Like, maybe my headphones just aren't prepared for it. But they should be, these have surround sound. I had to reload the whole game since we swapped out all the textures. Jesus Christ. I do actually have two things that we'll be able to talk about. One will be short, the other's a game. That'll happen soonish. Slow loading, dog. I wonder if I can toggle off the HD sounds in the same way. I might put those in for me mostly, because, you know, I don't expect that everybody, even gamers, have, like, good sound setups. Usually something you'd overlook. You focus on increasing your graphic power first or whatever. I definitely only got my sound upgrade like a year or two ago. It makes a big difference though, for sure. But if the dialogue keeps breaking like it does sometimes, even if it's just like the audio source is coming from some weird place that isn't the character's head, that's a big issue. It's frustrating whenever it happens during cutscenes where I can't control where it's coming from. Sound set. Oh. Sound set.
Pater noster, qui es in celis.
Creepy. No, you can't. I'll have to like uninstall the HD Sounds DLC or whatever. Yeah, popping's still pretty bad. You see, it looks about the same. It is running it just a little smoother. I might have gained like 5 frames from that. There's a big difference when you're trying to get up to 30. After that, you won't notice much. Especially you guys who are literally only seeing 30 frames for this stream. All you need.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Jesus Christ be praised.
The bailiff sent me. He said you're looking for a cook.
That's right. I'm searching for a good cook, but I've said all that to our esteemed bailiff.
Well, I offered the bailiff my help because I know the Skalitz folk.
Ah, I see. Well, ask away then.
Do you have any particular requirements for the new cook?
Well, it would be an advantage if she knew how to cook.
Well, yes, but the bailiff said you had other conditions.
Well, I want a woman who's capable of looking after the house when I'm away on business.
Young, nimble.
What for? I want her to impress people with her food, not her face.
I understand. Sorry.
That you're not looking for a new wife. Gotcha.
I also heard there are vacant carrier jobs.
Yes, yes. I'm surprised it hasn't occurred to anyone sooner. It will certainly benefit the city if the burghers don't have to send their own servants.
It will benefit my people as well.
Of course, it goes without saying.
I also heard that you need workers to carry, to empty latrines.
It's not dignified to talk of such manners. That's not a concern for decent people.
But I need to know...
Enough. I won't have such talk in my home.
Bro.
May the Lord watch over you.
Wow, what's going on here? That got worse. Oh, it's the shadow quality. Those interested in work will be waiting during the day in the courtyard of the rat house. Just sit right here, mate. On the...
God bless. Can I help you?
You're here about the water carrying?
I am. Where do I get some pails?
Hold your horses. We haven't decided yet who gets the job. I have to ask you a few things first.
What for? I can handle the job. But ask away.
Seem too eager, and you look pretty clean.
What trade did you do before?
I worked in the mines, at the winch. You've heard of Tonda the winch, right? Strong as a bull.
Ah, the name sounds familiar. You were one of the new miners, weren't you?
I was.
He doesn't have lung disease yet.
The winter was mild enough to work the mines, and I showed everyone I was a hard worker. So did I get the job?
We're not finished yet.
Cucumbers, lovely cucumbers, asparagus.
Damn, you shouldn't have trouble finding any work, my guy.
Are you here because you want to carry water?
Well, I'd rather be back at the winch. Turning it so fast I'd make everyone's head spin. But now I want to carry water at least, since there's some money in it.
Only here for the money? You're not passionate about carrying water?
Well, there's also the option of carrying, shit.
Not a chance. I'm not carrying any shit around. And if anyone tries to make me, I'll break his legs.
Carrying shit is hard work. A job for a real man.
If you think it's so great, why don't you do it yourself?
I kill people.
But beggars can't be choosers.
So now I'm a beggar. Maybe I really should knock you on your ass.
Sorry, no offense.
Oh, you are a beggar.
And how are you holding up?
Not very well, I'll tell you that. I help out with something every once in a while and get some money for it. But it's not enough. Especially when the dice don't fall in my favor.
Sure. And have you tried looking for other work?
What for? They'll get the mines running again, and I'll have a real man's job.
Sounds like he gambles his money in a way. And the dice not falling in my favor is an expression, but he probably means it literally.
And what about soldiering? That's real man's work, isn't it?
It is, and I'd be good at it. When I land a punch, you'd think you were kicked by a horse, which I once showed to a soldier I fell out with over a game of dice. Only, I'm too smart for soldiering.
No doubt.
Well, you're not smart enough to just hold on to what money you have instead of gambling. So, yeah, this is probably not the job for you.
I heard you lot don't want to talk to the bailiff.
I don't know much about that. The others didn't talk to him, so I kept my mouth shut as well. That's the way we do it at the mines. He didn't even really ask me anything anyway. Just mumbled something under his breath.
What would you give me if I recommended you?
What could I give when I don't have a pot to piss in? All I have is a strong arm. Whenever I hit anything or anyone, they stay hit.
Well, if I get you the job, Will you show me how to really hit someone hard?
I could. Deal then.
No deal.
Train me in unarmed.
I know everything I need.
So, can I go carry water then?
Not yet. I'll tell the bailiff and he'll choose.
Well, I hope he chooses me. Otherwise, I might be very angry.
I don't like this guy.
If you think I'm afraid of you, you're mistaken.
We'll see.
Good luck to you.
Reputation lost a lot with that guy. He's a butthole. He's not getting the damn job.
Hey, am I invisible?
Guy's named Rock though. He's cool.
You're one of the people interested in work?
Well, Alex told me that I'm supposed to ask about a job carrying water.
That's right. But first, I'll ask you a few questions. You are...
Peter. But everyone calls me Rock. There was more than enough Peters in the mines. And not just in the mines. So...
At the mines? So you're a miner?
That's right. I worked in the East Shaft, and I hope I'll be working there again. Now that I think of it, have you heard anything from their lordships? When will they open the mines again?
You're just going to pretend I'm not here?
I have no idea what their lordships plan to do about it.
All right.
Hey,
I just thought you might have heard something.
or what?
How badly do you want to carry water?
Well, right now there doesn't seem to be much work around for miners. And at least I can earn a few groschen.
It's not easy work, though. It's a long way to carry water.
Do you think it was easier in the mines? Digging through rock on your knees all day for months on end?
Not talking to me?
There's one more option. Carrying shit.
What? For the knacker?
It's a job.
Pretend I'm not here?
But what would people say? I need money badly, but I couldn't go back to mining after that.
All right. I understand.
Not talking to me?
Considers himself a decent person.
How are you holding up?
You mean this here? Well, I've got feeling back in my arm again.
What happened to it, anyway?
That time in Skalitz. I was knocked down by a horse. But it's better now.
Look, I can see by the way your arm is hanging it's not healed. You can't carry water like that.
Well, come on. I owe money to the Sawbones and I need the work to pay for it. I'll give you anything you want.
Pretend I'm not here?
How about a glass of water? Why don't you go fetch me one?
Well, I could find something that will help you.
Anything.
Here you go. This will help it heal better.
Thank you so much. How much do I owe?
Oh, nothing. We Skalitz folk have to help each other out.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you.
Okay, well now his arm's not an issue. I thought that might be like a medical skill check, but I guess not. First aid, I mean.
The bailiff said he couldn't get a word out of you.
Well, he's not the most popular man around here, after everything that's happened. You can't blame us.
Well, maybe, but if you lot had just talked to him, I wouldn't have to run around dealing with this, and you'd all have a few groschen by now.
You might be right. But there's no point crying over spilt milk.
You're just going to pretend I'm not here?
What would you give if I put in a good word for you?
Good word?
Sure.
Not talking
If I put in a good word for somebody to the bailiff, then that someone has a better chance.
But I haven't got a pot to piss in. I lost everything, and I'm in debt too. But I might know about an opportunity.
Oh? What kind of opportunity?
I heard about it at the mine, before Skalitz was raised.
So, what did you hear?
They found something they wanted kept a secret. There weren't any rumors about a silver seam, but what else could it be?
The punishment for stealing the king's silver is hanging or burning at the stake.
I know, but you can't be burned for stealing silver nobody knows about.
Bro.
Hey, am I invisible or what?
That's enough for now.
Take care.
Oh, I didn't make a deal with him, he just told me something. Still, he'll probably get a job, he seems fine. Arm was broken, but we fixed that.
Good God! What happened to your clothes? If you were robbed, you should report it.
Dog.
What do you want?
I want to work. And I heard you're the one in charge of giving out jobs, not the bailiff.
It's true. Do you know how to cook? If you know how to make food for nobles, then I might have something for you.
Where would I learn to cook food for nobles? I want to carry water.
But Alex has already picked people who want to carry water.
He didn't ask me, though. So I came here myself.
Damn.
Look, I already have more people than jobs. You're a bit late.
But I really need a job.
Well, so does everyone else around here.
None of them has a husband on his deathbed.
Let the man die. You won't need a job anymore. Get a new man. Marry one of these water carriers.
He's dying.
He's badly wounded. So poorly he's been in his bed for weeks. Unconscious most of the time.
Sorry to hear it.
I already owe the apothecary a small fortune. And he won't lift a finger for us now.
What did you do in Skalitz?
I was at the silverworks, roasting the ore and washing it. My husband was at the smelter.
Oh, Christ. Things got very ugly there. I suppose that's where your husband was wounded? It's a miracle you managed to drag him all the way to Ratai.
What else could I do? Leave him there?
Roasting the ore? Like, you run it through a fire first to get all the dirt and shit off it, or... I guess you wouldn't want any of the rocks or whatever going into the ingot when you throw it in the smelter, but like... I don't know, I've never heard anyone talk about that step.
All right. I'll think about it and talk to the bailiff.
And you'll tell him to take me, right? Good luck, then.
I could do
Possibly, I mean, all she gave me was a sob story. She's still a woman. This isn't the time period where women are all going to the gym to make their asses fat. She can't lift a thing of water, possibly. I don't know.
How are you, Henry?
If there was ever a time to enforce gender rules, it's probably here, right? You need the men to carry the heavy things. Also, what kind of woman can't cook? I think she couldn't cook for nobles, but still.
Come right up. No need to be shy.
What kind of wife can't cook, I should
God
say.
save you.
You're interested in carrying water?
Housewife.
I am. It's about time something good came to decent folk.
I agree. Now, I'll ask you a few questions.
What? But I want the work and I deserve it. Keep your questions for good-for-nothings.
What makes you so deserving? How did you make a living before this?
I was the owner of a mine. Well, I had a lease on it. But in our line of work, it amounts to the same thing.
The chief, eh? But have you ever hauled a bucket of ore up a hill?
There's no hill in a mine. Just a shaft with a winch.
Uh-huh, so would you say you're not qualified for this job, having never lifted anything in your life? I talked to your winch worker, that wasn't you, dog.
It's hard work carrying water.
So he's taking care of a mine.
It's not quite the same thing, is it? You need brawn to carry water, not brains.
I wasn't born a mine owner, you know. I've done my share of hauling.
Have you now?
How are you holding up in Rattay?
Not too well. I've tried offering my administrative abilities at the rat house, but the bailiff treats me like a peasant.
He's not an easy man to deal with, true enough. But if you show him what you're capable of...
Well, if he gives you a chance to show him...
And the bailiff complained he couldn't get a word out of you.
I refused to talk to him. Last time I did, he was vulgar, shouted and threatened to whip me. And then he comes and interrogates me.
Well, I can't see how that would put you off him. That's enough for now.
Take care.
He's not getting the job. I feel like I might be able to convince the bailiff to hire him for something he's actually qualified for.
God be with you.
Yeshi Pickman.
You're here about the water carrying?
Aye. I can hold water all day long.
So, do you want the job? There's plenty of other folk that will take it if you don't.
I do. I want it. What do I have to do?
Carry water.
So tell me, what was your trade before?
I was a miner, then a farm laborer, then I was a servant, then I fled from Skalitz and ended up here.
Quite the factotum, aren't you? Was none of those jobs good enough for you?
I liked them all, but they were always sending me to do something else. Pickman, they'd say. Leave this and go and do that.
Pickman. That's your name?
Actually, my real name's Vassal, but they call me Pickman.
Is that German?
No. It's from when I was in the mines, digging with a pick.
No, it's from when you're picking pockets, bruv. I did the thief quest. I know you gave me one of them.
So you're keen on carrying water?
I've been keen on it since I got up this morning.
And you had another job before this morning, or what?
No. I was just joking.
I don't like this guy. He's lying to me.
Besides water, you could carry, you could empty latrines.
What? Carry shit? That'd be a new one for me. No, it's not a thing I'd go around boasting about.
Sounds like he's open to it. As a thief, he probably should be carrying shit.
How are you holding up, anyway?
Hands are dirty already.
What can I tell you? I've seen better days for sure.
Alright, he's gonna be a shit carrier, I think.
What happened with the bailiff? He couldn't get a word out of anybody.
That peacock, what was strutting up and down and shouting at everyone? He told me he'd no time to listen to a buffoon like me. So I shut my mouth.
That.
Well, I could put in a good word for you, but you'll have to scratch my back, too.
Fair enough. Show me where it itches.
Dog.
No, you dolt. It's just a saying. Like I do something for you, and you do something for me.
Ah, right.
Guy's an idiot.
I see. Well, as it happens, I've got something great for you. Treasure you wouldn't dream of.
Treasure, you say? Right, you got my attention.
I see you're a smart man. A man who knows a thing or two about the world. I've got... Wait for it. I've got a piece of the Queen of Sheba's sword.
Whoa.
Never heard of her. Who's she?
She was a great queen in ancient times. She gave Solomon a sword with magical powers.
Magical, eh? You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
No, it's true. It's in the Bible. And this sword, once it's put back together, nothing can stop it. It can cut through bones, teeth, even steel and stone.
I see. But you've only got one piece. What's that good for?
I couldn't get it all. The fellow I bought it off didn't have the rest. He sold off bits and pieces. They've got powers of healing, you see? And put strength in your... you know... manhood. What do you say? Deal?
Bet.
We'll
Hearing
see.
shit, though.
I'll get you the job, and you'll give me the piece of the Queen of Sheba's sword.
Agreed.
Ah, yes. Increase my African manhood. Man caught wife. Riding big African manhood. I see those emails in my spam box all the time. I don't know why they can't just say penis, like... The substitute words only work once, and then the more you keep saying it, it's like, alright, just fucking say it, dude.
I'm glad to see you.
Are you here on account of the water carrying?
Yes, I am. My name is Vincent.
Nice to meet you. I'll ask a few questions and we'll see, alright?
Fine. Ask away.
What did you do before this?
I work for my father.
Doing what? Who's your father, anyway?
He was Moimir. We had a farm near Skalitz.
Really? His farmhands came to the tavern a lot, but I never saw you there.
I don't go to taverns.
Farmers are already used to hauling shit.
So you're probably here about carrying water, right?
Aye. I want to carry water.
That's all? You've nothing more to add?
That's what's needed, ain't it?
How are you holding up?
Well, I'm alive. But I miss my father. And the farm, too. But Ma says there's no use dwelling on it. Life must go on.
What happened with Bailiff? He couldn't get a word out of anybody.
I don't know. I didn't talk to him at all.
And what would you give me if I put in a good word for you?
I've got nothing to give.
Oh, come now. You say you want the job, so prove it to me.
Mother told me I should go and help. If you don't want my help, fair enough.
That's enough for now.
Goodbye.
Damn, not into bribing me. Well, I think that's everyone. He's a farmhand, so he might be a good shit carrier. Didn't seem too enthusiastic about anything. He's just been fucking mama's boy. Job. We'll see what can be done about that. I don't think the bailiff's in the rat house anymore. Might have gone to the tavern or something. He's right over here by the sausage factory.
Greetings, good knight. How may I serve you?
I know everything I need to know to pick the carriers.
Splendid. I'll be glad to get this damn business off my back. So how have you decided?
So, how do we do this? Do I just give you their names, or should I send for them?
Just tell me their names and whether they should carry water or something else. Don't worry, I'll send for them.
Okay, so... Tonda, he was the asshole. He might get a water carrier job, though. He's definitely not going to carry shit. Rock was the guy we fixed up. Vincent's the mama's boy. Cornelius is the brains. Pikmin, we were going to make him carry shit.
Vasil goes by the moniker of Pikmin.
Pikmin. I hope he doesn't have a history of pickpocketing.
No, no. They call him Pikmin because he worked in the silver mines, and he was very keen with the pick. So much so, he managed to chop off 2 of his fingers.
Well, he can't do too much damage with a bucket, I suppose. Where do you want to put him?
Yeah, or maybe he lost his fingers picking pockets, dog. Empty shitters, though.
Carrying shit.
Good. 1 person for this job. Next.
Okay, so Antonia, she seemed desperate for work. She might take the shit carrying job, but like, am I dastardly enough to do that to a woman? She does need work though, any work. Honestly, Tonda can fuck off. Cornelius, he can find work. He's put together.
Peter, better known as Rock.
Peter? Rock? Didn't he get into a fight and injure his arm? Well, what should he do?
To carry water.
So we have 1 person to carry water. Who's next?
Tonda's an asshole. I really don't want to give him work. Part of me wants to just look this up, and I might. There has to be, like, a proper solution. Tri-Kingdom, come, shit carrier. Aquarius. Walk through. Fucking hate mobile ads. Tonda will promise you to train unarmed. Cornelius tells Henry he will speak to the armor for discount. Shit, I should have taken that, dog. I can steal the sword from Pikmin if he doesn't give it to me. So if I fixed Rock's arm and told him to pay me back, I could have done a skill check to make him take the shit job. We already messed up. Okay. Seems about right. Antonia's desperate for work, so she can carry shit. Rock would have been the other shit carrier since he owes us his arm or whatever. And Cornelius has no trouble finding work, like I thought.
Antonia?
What? A woman?
Yeah, is that a problem? You never said it had to be only men.
I didn't, but I kind of assumed it would be clear. It's a long walk with a heavy load, man's work.
Well, this woman has walked far to get my heavy load before, so I know she can handle it.
She can handle the job, have no fear.
Let's hope so. You'll have to answer to me if she can't. Where do we put her, then?
Shit carrying.
Carrying shit.
Good. One person for this job. Next?
Vincent, Moimir's son.
Vincent? Never heard of him. What do you think he should do?
To carry water.
So we have one person to carry water. Who's next?
Tonda. They call him the winch.
The winch. Ought to be good with a bucket anyway. What's he going to do?
To carry water.
So we have one person to carry water. Who's next?
That's it.
Good. All decided. Now about the cook's job.
May the Lord watch over.
Talk to you later, bailiff.
I'm starting to get hungry.
Vegetables! Fresh vegetables! Look, smell! Aren't they lovely?
Well, let's hope things will settle down a bit around here now.
You mean after the town broke?
Was my armor like messed up after all that fighting, dog? Maybe a little. This could use a repair. I don't have a tailor's kit. It's fine, whatever.
Is that right? There was a great big man.
So I need to run up to Sasau. We also have to steal that Necronomicon book to get a potion recipe, I think, for the haunted house. So, might do that while we're up there. What kip? There's probably enough time to get this ass out before it goes dark.
Yeah.
Didn't I gain him like a main level or something I never spent? Did. These are all the class ones. Not too interested in them. Huh. I don't know, first aid has like speech. It helps with speech checks, so we're going with that first, but then we'll probably get contemplative. Hopefully that means that we can't starve while sleeping anymore.
Yeah.
Or that, like, waiting won't make us tired. We won't have to go find a bed, we can just wait on the spot.
Yeah.
I don't know why I ran off the road like that, dog. That was a mistake. No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, here comes the windy road. Favorite part. Definitely don't mess up the turn. It's not a nightmare to navigate in the dark. And I made a wrong turn.
Yeah.
Oh hey, it's the guy I killed. Oh shit. Those are humans, dog. Whoa, whoa! Who unhorsed me? Asshole. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Bleed?
Hey, Michinazo! Ja! Hold on just still. Valadom.
There's a lot more of these guys than I thought there'd be.
Ja!
That everyone? Apple, bandage, I need that. Saber we can take. Game braces are big money. Patch up that bleeding before it gets too bad. Cool. We got a full heal out of that. Yeah, a sausage packed a punch. Where are the other guys I killed? One. Leather gloves. Ooh, valuable. They're probably hard to make with all the fingers and stuff. I doubt all these people value the beauty of their hands. Like club. Doesn't do much more damage than the stick. Weighs a lot more though. Oh, we got a carrying ray upgrade. I think that's everything. I feel like I may have missed one body, but I don't want to look for it. Doubles. Used all my arrows, didn't I? Probably want to equip these ones then. Put away. Sabers that. I can actually use this bow. Why not? I'll need to repair it. The blacksmith kit should work on that. can all go on the horse. Gain a level in maintenance. That's cool. Also very cool. It's neat, but like, why would I repair any weapon other than the bow with a kit when it's so simple to sharpen them? Better equipment, sure, why not? Pin opener sounds nice, but it means that whenever I kill a guy, your equipment's gonna be super broke. It's not gonna be worth anything unless I repair it again. It's maybe not something I want to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We'll buy a room when we're in Sasau. Oh, the store should be closed already. The inn is by the monastery.
Yeah.
We've stayed here before.
God save you, Henry.
Fritz. Matthew. Holy moly. That's all you gotta say? Been months, dudes.
Henry!
I'm glad to see you.
Matthew! Fritz! You're alive!
Of course we're alive.
You can't get rid of us that easily.
I'm almost surprised how happy I am to see the pair of you are all right.
We are now, but we barely made it.
Yeah, it was hard. Fritz ran like a little girl.
Really?
Bollocks! Bloody joker.
Tell us what happened to you.
They gave me a pretty good thrashing as well. It was only in Rattay that I got back in my right mind.
And I see you're not doing too badly for yourself. What are you up to?
Right now, I'm a squire for Sir Radzig.
I see you've worked your way up.
And how are you two getting by?
Nah.
It's shit.
You said it. We're still chopped off to bits. Owe the monastery a bundle. And there's no work here.
Not for anyone with more than half a brain, anyway.
Well, you two and work never got along. But don't tell me that they're not in need of carpenters. They're reconstructing the monastery.
They don't want us there.
And there's nothing else around here.
Hey, you wouldn't happen to know of anything?
It will really help us out right now.
Well, I can ask around, but I'm not promising anything.
Thanks, Henry.
We'll pay off the debt. Don't you worry.
And where would they hire you to?
Well, we were carpenters in the mines, so wherever they work with wood, I suppose. Forget about construction. After Skalitz, no one will be building for a long time. Just here in Sasau, and they don't want us here. The best chance we have is to work at a mill. People always have to eat. Ideally, we're looking for a job that pays a lot and doesn't require much work.
Yep, that is the goal.
What other neighbours of ours made it?
Your hunker's in the monastery. That girl really helped us out. That's about all we know. When we ran for it, we helped Teresa, but who knows where she is now? We got separated.
I was the one who helped her get out of Skalitz. She lives with her uncle in a mill in Ratai.
I'm glad she survived. Since you know her so well, why not try asking her if she knows about any work? Good luck then.
This is not the inn. I don't think it is, at least. No, it is. Am I staring at the wrong part of it? I thought it was like a 2-story building. No, it's just dark. It's right there. Where's the innkeeper?
Here you are. And good health.
Has to be one of these guys. Fetus.
Hey, Visible, where's my
Over here,
Hmm.
a beer.
That him? Blending in with the shadows?
God be with you.
Is there somewhere I could sleep here?
All right. For how long?
One night.
Just the one night?
Sure. But let's see your coin first. These are harsh times.
Here you are.
2 coins, it's not worth
I like
haggling.
it here. Like sleeping on a cloud it is. God be with you.
Sure.
Got it for you right here.
This isn't my room. I think I have the middle one.
I wonder what Teresa's doing now. I could stop by and see her again. I enjoyed it last time.
Lock you in your sleep. Ooh. Doggy.
Look what I've got for you. You'll love this.
Sausage is probably gonna go bad before I have a chance to eat it, so you can just have it. Same for this bread. And might already be bad actually. Nah, alright.
That's a good boy. That's my boy.
Okay, so we're looking for Father Francis or whatever. Probably stayed here, but the quest marker says otherwise.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
the game just saved. It's early in the morning. They're probably doing the morning prayers in the cathedral. Means I should be able to sneak into her library. Okay, close, remove. Difficult. Gotta be a better way to sneak in. Maybe from the roof. There's a ladder. What is that? Piss pot? So you have to crawl all the way back down. Hold on. Might be able to fit through these. No. I started playing The Last Guardian. Game where you guide around the big dog. Sequel Shadow of the Colossus and Ico. I have not played. Anyways, somewhere very early on, there was a room I was stuck in for like at least half an hour, and that was the solution. Play a little boy, and you're able to fit through some big bars that are just there to block the dog from getting through. The room in question had like a bridge that you're supposed to jump over eventually, but that was after you'd learned a new command. So I wasn't able to do that initially. And there was also like a winch in sight that the dog was able to lead me up to if I was standing on his head. But again, I need a command to get to that winch. So I was like too hyper focused on trying to get him to naturally do one of those two things. To actually try just walking through the very big bars. I felt so stupid. Fuck, 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 fuck! Damn, we fell all the way down, dude. We're not living with that. Play line 3. Righto, so said I had 2 things to talk about. We'll start with this short one. Anime. It was a Netflix show called Bastard Heavy Metal Dark Fantasy. And I dropped it, right? I did not enjoy it. I watched like 3 episodes. See, this was a Netflix show. It's a remake of a show from the 90s. I think. Early 90s, probably. Now, I like the setting. The world ended in the future. Things went back to a more medieval setting with fantasy and magic and stuff. And everything is metal themed. Which, you know, I like metal. I liked Brutal Legend. So, you know, similar settings. I thought I would enjoy it. That's why I was interested in it. And, well, the show's an ecchi. Occasionally those are funny, but they're generally not my thing. So, that's basically why I dropped it. Like, ass, titties, rape. That's all pretty metal, but I'm not okay with it being the focus of the show. Just a man constantly molesting every woman that he sees. It's gross.
To me?
Especially when those women are like 15 years old, which is above the age of consent in Japan, but it's very not okay for a Western audience. And that's about all there is to say about it. The show wasn't very funny. It was the rapey protagonist. Things felt very formulaic from the get-go. Villain of the week. Oh no, I don't want to kiss the little boy to unleash the bad guy, because the protagonist is basically Naruto. He has like an evil wizard trapped in him, and you need a virgin maiden's kiss to unleash it. Like, she does it in a moment of desperation at first, then everyone's like, hey, you gotta unleash the guy again. You're like, no, the guy's evil. He doesn't want to help us. He actively tried to murder all of you after helping us, because he was just defending himself. You're like, yeah, but do it anyways. We're begging you, please. And they do that like multiple times. Nobody seems to get that the guy is very dangerous and probably shouldn't be relied on to help. And the girl doing the kissing is like, oh, I've already kissed him 3 times, but I still don't want to do it. I mean, I like the guy, but it's embarrassing if you're all watching me. Then they get someone else to do it, and that's about where I stopped. I'm assuming it's going to turn to a harem thing with girls who are all very reluctant to like the bad man, the bad boy, who's naked every time he transforms. So yeah, the plot contrivance very quickly fell apart. Aside from the setting being kind of cool, it's just like boring and formulaic, and also rapey, which is not okay. So quickly dropped. Surprised Netflix put their budget into that. I know they make a lot of trash shows, but generally their animated stuff is on the better side of things. There's some big ears, dog. Doing some ninja shit. I am trespassing. Once I'm in, I'm not too concerned about getting out. I just gotta get that book. That's how you really feel, Henry. My leg is fucking broken. I need to fix that. Right, so other game. I finally played Bugsnax. I said I was looking forward to it, and it was locked to the Epic Store for a year or so. So I didn't get to until just now. I didn't even know when it came out on Steam, but it was there during the summer sale. So I picked it up for, I don't know, like 10, 15 bucks, something like that.
You there! Stop!
No.
Surrender! You're under arrest for
No!
Hey, you! Don't move a muzzle!
No! That's the main room. I don't remember the layout of this place as well as I thought. Apparently that's the dormitory. It must be somewhere in the back. Okay, okay. I should probably find an easier way in. Honestly. So Bugsnax. I would call this basically a spiritual successor to Pokemon Snap. In a way. Like, not like a fighty game. You just explore a small open-ended space. Looking for snacks. Snack bugs. Bugsnax. They're basically just living food with googly eyes, and they walk around saying their name like Pokemon, and most of them are pretty adorable. Some of them are kind of gross. But, like, you'll have, like, the Dixie cup that you dip your ketchup in, with some fries coming out of it as legs, and that's called a Frider. And it'll walk around like, Frider, Frider. And they love ketchup. So, to catch it, you'll put out your little trap that you can close remotely, and you'll cover it in ketchup, and they will crawl down the wall onto the trap, and then you get it, and you have to go grab it before it breaks out. And that's what gameplay is like. You're solving mini puzzles to get these bugs either attracted to a location, or to fight other bugs, or to do a lot of things. It starts out simple, it gets a little more creative as things go on, though for the most part none of them are very difficult to figure out. So, you know, it's a pretty casual game, pretty chill. You just collect cute food and you eat it. Or you don't eat it because you're actually allergic to them, but you feed it to the inhabitants of the town. So you actually play a reporter who went looking for a renowned explorer who went to the island where Bugsnax allegedly live, but nobody's ever come back from this island. And when you take the job, you're basically getting fired. They think that you're not coming back or you're gonna die or whatever, but nope, you come back and you find everyone. Turns out the Bugsnax are real, blah blah. When you get to the island, everything's like falling apart. Everybody's left the town. Yeah, how they get to the monastery, dog? So there's like your basic plot progression. You're looking for the renowned explorer who is very missing. And in every area of the island, in new biomes, you will encounter some of the residents, try to get them to come back to the town, feed them stuff. Either things that they ask for specifically, or you're supposed to figure out like how to solve a problem by turning their limbs into snacks, because that's a side effect of eating them. You become the food. So like one guy wanted help climbing, and I had to turn his arms and legs into cinnamon rolls because they're sticky and they would help him climb. Or another guy had me turn his hand into a can of soda so he could water his plants. Stuff like that. Also, you're not playing humans. I know it'd be very weird to see someone's hand turn into a watermelon. You're playing a Grumpus, which are these very cute little thumb-shaped men with fat arms and legs. Each one's a little different. They'll have like identifiers so you can know who you're talking to after transforming them. And they all have fun personalities. I like most of them. Though my favorite is Chandlo, the Alpha Chad. Muscle Man. Game's funny. It's kind of like it goes places too, though. It seems very kid-friendly, but like when you talk to these characters and learn about their problems, or you're watching them turn into food, and like they talk about how someone probably ate someone. Like, aside from just a general body horror, there's, like, other issues being talked about. Speaking of issues, if you're, like, a homophobe, game's probably not for you, because this island has a straight couple, a lesbian couple, and a double male gay couple. Is there a term for, like, gay dudes? Because lesbian means gay too, but it's for women specifically, like... Is there a term for it? I have no idea. But, yeah, you will see homosexual couples in the game, and you watch the two men kiss at one point. However, these aren't humans, so, like, it's a lot less disturbing, I guess. I don't mean that in a bad way, like... I just don't want to see anybody doing public display of affection. I'm not comfortable watching people make out in public. Whether it's two dudes or not. However, you will see two masculine grumpuses make out. As part of the core story, you can avoid like side content if you want and miss some of the gay stuff, but it happens. Just a fair warning. But again, these are, like, not humans, they're grumpuses, the little thumb-shaped teddy bear-looking things. And they're all funny, they just happen to have masculine and feminine voices. They don't even have boobs or anything for you to tell them apart. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked.
Come right up. No need to be shy.
So, you get new tools in all the areas, too, to keep things interesting. Like, you get a sauce slinger from Wambus, the farmer. Each area has new sauces for you to collect, to attract different things. I think it would have been cool if the sauces had different effects, like maybe the chocolate sauce would make the floor sticky and it would get the thing stuck when they step on it or something, but they don't. They're all effectively just bait, scented bait. But you can use them for some more creative things, like maybe you're fighting a spicy monster that's on fire and you need a frosty monster to come hit it so it freezes and puts the fire out, or vice versa, fire to put out the ice. They usually knock each other out. Or there's one enemy that like grabs things and brings it to its nest. So if you coat a different snack in chocolate or whatever, it'll come grab it, bring it back to its nest, and it's easy for you to capture. There's like a launch pad for launching stuff at things, so you can launch your traps at things, as well as rocks or whatever, or other snacks. There's like a tripwire gun, a grapple gun. So maybe you launch your trap up to something, catch it, but now it's out of reach, and use the grapple gun to retrieve it. Like, the solutions do get a little creative at times. So once you do it, it's done, and like it's just a repeat. It becomes routine. Father Francis. Father Fabian. Skalitz pretty stay.
Father, I need your help urgently.
You? I recognize you. You're the Skalitz blacksmith's son.
Yes, that I am.
I'm sorry. What did you want?
It may sound strange, but I need you to go back to St. James. The locals need their spiritual shepherd.
No, certainly not, my boy. That's one place I shan't be going back to.
Why? It is your parish, after all.
A parish that's little but a ruin these days. And besides, God forgive me, but I'm afraid. All kinds of ruffians are on the rampage around Skalitz.
It isn't completely safe, but most of them are gone.
As my father used to say, why take the risk?
As my father used to say, are you dying? Well, that ain't much of a living.
Don't you feel any shame? Think of all those Christians who faced death and never betrayed their faith.
That's something else entirely.
No, it's not. They weren't afraid to face death, and you're squirming at the thought of some slight danger.
Haven't you seen how they ransacked the place? Does that seem slight to you? Well, not to me.
The Cumans are gone, but the townsfolk won't come back. And why should they, when the man who ought to set an example, the one they look up to, is shitting himself?
I am ashamed. More than you can imagine, but not quite enough to get myself killed for it. I'm a man of the cloth, not a man at arms. So, I shall politely decline your offer.
How did you manage to get out of Skalitz?
I didn't. I wasn't there during the raid. I was here at Sasau for confession.
And why aren't you with our folks at Rattay? What if Sir Radzig has need of you?
Look, here I'm an honored guest and well cared for. In Rattay, there's hardly room enough for the refugees already there. And what's more, the parish priest doesn't like me. Which happens to be mutual. The last thing I want to be doing is haggling with him over where I can sleep or how many slices of bread I'm allowed to eat.
He certainly isn't known for being generous.
Because my charisma is equal, it might help if I was not covered in blood, though.
Do tell me, Father, why don't you like the Rattay priest exactly?
Have you never met him? Now, there's a man without any fellow feeling or morals. When he sits in judgment, he's needlessly cruel. Yet when he's censored, he whines and complains. He thinks only of himself and his own desires.
You're right. He really is like that. But how can you criticize him when you're turning your back on your calling out of fear?
That's not the same thing at all.
Isn't it? Maybe not to you or him, but the people won't see it that way. You've both failed your flocks.
You can't possibly mean that. I'm nothing like that, ignoramus.
It comes down to the same thing in the end. Having a scoundrel for a priest, or having nobody at all. You have a calling, so follow it.
I don't know who you think you are to sit in judgment on me, but I've no desire to get killed. When Sir Ratzig returns to Skalitz, that's when I shall too, and not a day before.
As you wish.
Right, well, I don't want to pay him. I guess we're just gonna ride back to Skalitz. There is a quest over here. I think that's something I want to save for later, though. It's one of these two. These are like the same one. This is something else. But you get a piece of armor out of it, so later in the game you take it, the better the armor will be. Plus, I wanted to try and get a woman's lot started. I think we're about 2 hours in now. Anyways, what was I saying? I was talking about the various trap types. Right, so I said it's a lot of just, like, doing the same thing again after you figured out the initial puzzle. The game has a lot of backtracking in general. Once you bring the residents back to town, they'll have more side quests for you to go learn about them. Bring them specific snacks, go do other odd jobs. Eventually you be at a house in the town too. And then you'll get mail for like random side quests and challenges. These will be things for like completionists to worry about, like donate things to the ranch. Which you do at first to increase your inventory size, be able to carry more snacks at once. But that only goes up like a few times. You only have to catch like 30% of the things to get it maxed. If you keep catching them though, you'll like, the guy will ask you to find something based on this description, and then you go bring it to him. But I was just compelled to capture every single one of them, which there was also a reward for doing. There are also hats you can put on the snacks that are sitting in the ranch, which will appear in the various biomes. It'll show you a picture of where you can find a hat, and then you just have to go look for which guy is wearing the hat, catch him. So you'd be going back to the same areas a lot. Maybe you'll get a tool that'll let you catch stuff that you weren't able to catch before. As well as just going there to do side activities. Like boss fights. There are a couple of bosses, which are again just puzzles, but they're more involved than the other ones. Now, one of them has like a cutscene associated with it, which makes the fight itself kind of lame. When there's like a scripted moment, it requires the character to be there. Otherwise, when you choose to re-challenge these, you can just go through them really quickly. It's like it feels satisfying to speedrun the bosses.
What do you want here?
And the bosses are usually big snacks, which there are a couple of in the game aside from the bosses, but when you kill them, they split up into smaller things. So there are usually a couple things that you'll be able to get from them, if you're looking for specific ones or whatever. Which, right, as for the odd challenges, sometimes they want you to transform a Grumpus with specific things. So they'd be like, feed this guy 13 fruit-flavored snacks. And you'll have to find everything that resembles a fruit. And well, in your journal, it will tell you this is a fruity guy, this is a fruity guy. But then eventually they'll start getting, like, feed cheesy ones, and cheesy isn't a descriptor. In the book, you'll just have to look at things and say, does this have cheese on it? Does this Taco Bell monstrosity have cheese? Yes, probably. Does the sheep poof have cheese? Does this cheese on crackers have cheese? Does this burger have cheese?
Yeah.
Those ones took a little more thought to figure out. There was one for chocolate, which there were only just enough chocolate creatures in the game to figure out. And one of them was, like, hard to figure out because I thought it was, like, ice cream in a bag, but it was actually, like, Dippin' Dots or something, so there were chocolate-flavored ones. When you do these mail quests, you will get, like, rewards to decorate your home, too, which is cool. Your home gets upgraded, too, as you get more of these rewards, so you don't run out of space to put everything too quickly. Though there still isn't very much space in it. So you start out with just, like, a plot of land with a platform, but no walls. And eventually you get the carpenter back in town, he puts a roof on it and walls. And then you get a second floor eventually. The carpenter's Chandlo, so he's like, I lifted your crib, dog! Hilarious. And was like a callback to an earlier joke where he's trying to get someone out of their house, so he literally lifts their home and shakes it. If you don't come outside right now, I'm gonna lift your crib, dog! Dude, where the fuck am I going? I just crossed that damn river again. I didn't want to do that. I'm trying to go south.
Yeah.
Again, the Grumpuses all have unique personalities, so, like, obviously I thought Chandlo was hilarious, but there are other fun ones.
Yeah.
Like, Wambus is like a cowboy. You just love listening to him talk, making sauce puns. There's another one that's like an archaeologist. There's a scientist who's looking out for the Grumpinati, and there's another scientist who's like unethical, and he insults everyone. There's a pop star singer who plays a banjo pop. And they actually have a really good singing voice, but they don't have like good songs to sing, is the funny part. There's like a hippie guy who runs the ranch. He just wants to pet all the snacks but doesn't actually eat them. However, he sleepwalks. So when he's sleeping, you can unethically feed him.
Yeah.
And that was probably the scummiest thing you can do in the game. Also, the game's first person. I should have mentioned that. So when you look down, you can see your Grumpus arms and legs and your big belly. And it's adorable.
Yeah.
I said catching snacks in general isn't too challenging, but some of the side things will be like, catch 5 guys in 60 seconds. Or catch 10 guys in 90. And those ones can be a bit more tough. There's one that made me like catch 4 at the same time. which was really difficult to set up, actually.
Yeah.
There's a snack squatch to look out for. Sometimes you'll just see him hiding in the distance, or you can even run into him a few times. Just this freaking monstrosity cryptid. And I probably ran way past Ledechko already. Dog. I'm putting down a map marker because I am being a dingus and wasting time.
Yeah.
There's like a hidden achievement for finding the Squatch the first time, but if you find him in all the locations, you'll get more rewards. So they recognize it in-game. There's a couple hidden areas you go to, like after doing all the side quests, you unlock a whole new island to go explore with giant snacks. A new mechanic to figure out how to shrink them. And a new boss fight over there as well. A very involved one.
Who's there?
Yeah.
So, admittedly, it was a lot of backtracking. I went to the same areas a lot of times, caught the same snacks a lot of times. But they're all adorable, and the environment's fun enough for me to have not minded. Still, I managed to sink like 25 hours into the game after like 100% completing it. And basically I felt that all of it was worth it, except for collecting the hats. And the hats are cute, but there's no reward for getting more than just a few of them for like an achievement. But there are only 21 of them, so there really weren't that many to collect.
Yeah.
Otherwise, everything felt worth it, and in fact, in the end sequence where you have to escape the island because things happen, all the bugs turn hostile and you get weaponized versions of your traps, and if any of them touch your friends, they will be lost and they will have to stay and not survive. But if you manage to finish all their side quests, they will have like immunity and they'll live. So, if you're like playing a completionist and you don't want to deal with subpar controls and mini-games to save them at the end, you're rewarded with getting the best ending. Just by default, which I appreciated. Yeah, the game was significantly longer than I thought it was. It definitely could have been short if I just stuck to the main path, but doing all the things, there was a lot to do, and again, most of it felt worth it. It was chill, relaxing, cute. I enjoyed all the characters. And the story was actually pretty decent. Again, the writing's funny in general. There's nothing about it's really too serious, but like it goes places. And like the actual story itself was like kind of dark towards the end.
Yeah.
Like you see some like H.R. Giger shit. Things get a lot less cute and more kind of disgusting, to be honest. And yeah, yeah, it was just a wonderful time. It lasted a lot longer than I thought it would, so that was a pleasant bonus. Considering that I paid either 10 or 15 bucks for it, I don't remember. I definitely got like more than $1 per hour value out of it. Which I think is a stupid metric, but some people do measure their games that way, so it definitely checks that box at least. And yeah, I recommend it. Do I recommend completing it? I don't recommend getting all the hats, but otherwise yes, so like 98% complete it, sure.
God save.
And...
How may I help you? Good night.
Yeah, I'll give it like an 8 out of 10. I wish there was more variety of traps to use. I feel like there was more room to expand what the sauces could do, beyond just being scented bait. And I wish there was just more game, more characters, more areas, more snacks. I guess there is technically room for a sequel, though it's like open-ended. It might not come. But it was great.
Well, if you know how to cook fine food, I could get you a job at the merchant's house.
All I've ever cooked is gruel and soup. Nothing fit for nobles.
No, not unless I lied about your cooking skills. I'm sorry. I'm truly sorry.
Save you pity. Good luck then.
Oh, I got her the job.
I wouldn't bet good neighbors, but I'm reduced to this. I'm from Skalitz.
That wasn't the person I was supposed to talk to, though. I want to talk to Agnes.
Jesus Christ, your clothes.
How does life...
It'd be...
Did you find...
What do I...
Dog.
Take care.
Did I mess up? Do I have to help that priest? Or do I have to go to... Wait. Oh, never mind. It's the Ratai priest.
Goodbye.
Do I have to go right to Hagen?
I'm from Skalitz. Good folk. You all know what happened. Have pity on me, a poor wretch.
And if Hagen doesn't let me give her the job, then I'm gonna have to reload, and that'll mean that we just wasted the past like 20 minutes. I'll be able to get back here quick enough when I'm not talking and distracted, but still.
God be with you. May the Lord
Damn
watch
it.
over you.
That's annoying. I have to help this guy just because I said I would talk to him. I can't just get her to abandon the job. I need to get my clothes repaired. They'll probably add charisma. Go get a wash. Okay, so where's the tailor? Not on the map, you love to see it. baths. I need to get my clothes laundered. Where are the wenches?
Who are you?
Who am I? Is it too early? Possibly. Where is the tailor? Cobbler, at least. My shoes are half broken. General store. Fine, we will just pay the man to go back, alright? He's not even staying in the damn church right now.
Garlic, carrots, beetroot, onions.
Good men, good wives. Come have a look. Don't be shy. You'll never see such fine meat. What was that? Cabbage, cabbage, green cabbage. Check before it goes brown.
Why are you making fences?
Father, when do you plan to return?
I beg your...
May the Lord watch over you.
Father, I need...
You?
Yes, that...
I'm sorry.
It may sound strange, but I need you to go...
No.
What if they increased your income? Would that...
My boy, my boy. I get tithes from the parishioners, and since my flock amounts to a flock of ravens these days, it won't come too much.
I know. That's why I've arranged a small collection for you, so you'll have something to live on before the parishioners return.
So that's what you're about. And how much have you put together?
Agree?
Come now. Just...
Well and good, then. Well and good. And where will I live? My house in Skalitz must surely be in ruins.
You can live right there at St. James. I'm sure the locals will be grateful enough to give you a roof over your head.
Well, it's true they've treated me kindly, and I do owe them. Very well. I will go back.
Thank you. The people from St. James will never forget this.
Take care now.
Right, so I guess that was maybe related to another quest. This is very weird. But apparently I just missed the option to ask him if he's returning. But now he is returning, so I don't know. And I guess I'm still giving her a job to Hagen, right? And that was the plan. But maybe that area will be less hostile now that they have a Man of God protecting them. There's the river crossing. Seems I can quit being silent, because I actually made it here this time instead of running past it 5 times. Well, how are we on time? Like 2.5 hours in. That sucks. I still might try and get a woman's slot started, at least, but I didn't think it would take that long. Just to ride there and back. And we did try and steal the Necronomicon, but that didn't work out. We can't even get in there without breaking our legs. It might be something we have to do when we infiltrate it for the story later. Dog. Went the wrong way again. East. I guess I did not go the wrong way. I just think I did. It just doesn't look familiar. There's the bridge. I totally forgot I have a bunch of stuff on the horse. I should sell that while I'm here.
Bread baked just this morning. Bread.
I'm at your service. Take care now.
Let's have a word about the price.
All right, so.
Agree?
That's better. Drop it a bit more. See now, I knew.
Great. Got a couple of weapons to sharpen.
Pour yourself a bit of fresh milk to drink.
Should totally get my stuff tailored first, though. Oh, they closed.
Cucumbers, onions, come get 'em.
Sidekick. Your axe. And these sabers. Get the blood off my sword, yeah. Probably did more harm than good. No, it went up a single point. Wow. That's a nice axe. Dog, where are the sparks? I feel like it's not getting repaired, but big sparks mean good things. Like, is it just that done? Oh, it's only 5% now. I don't know, swords are always easier. Like, is this good? Is there a reason the sword never loaded? Sure, it's a low quality thing. It's probably gonna look a little beat up, but... Oh, yeah, it's perfect. Now, I understand that you just pick organic leveling and call it a day for your game. Or you can do the thing where, like, you pay for skills exclusively, or you just buy it from a perk tree or whatever. But I feel like there are some things that should just be, like, split between the two. Like, you can have the combat be all organic leveling, that's fine, because you want to spend a lot of time doing combat, but let's say you're playing Skyrim and you want to level up your potion making, your alchemy, or your smithing. You have to sit there and make a bajillion iron daggers. Or a bajillion frost spider potions, poisons. And that's kind of lame. Not very fun. I feel like those are things that you should just, like, learn from books or buy from a perk tree or whatever. Kind of like how in Kingdoms of Amalur, you level up and you get perk points for all your combat stuff, and then occasionally you get, like, points for your social skills, lockpicking, blacksmithing, stuff like that, and that's all in just, like, a very straightforward tree. It has nothing to do with the main tree. Anyways, I'm just saying, like, I'm gonna waste a lot of time doing this stuff. And it's just to grind out levels on something that's like, do I really need to sharpen a couple hundred axes? This is like a skill that I'd like to just pay someone to teach me. Which you can do, but only to a certain point. It's not getting repaired, dude. I see the big sparks when I start sharpening this part, but, like, that edge is not coming clean. Yeah, I don't know, this has to be bugged. Still gonna say 85%, right? Yeah, after all that sparks, nah.
God bless. See you later.
Let's have a word about the price.
Naturally.
Now, I wonder if it's because my skill was too low that that was happening.
What do you say to this?
And maybe I can't repair such a high-quality item.
That's better.
But it should have given me a pop-up or something to let me know.
This is a waste of time.
Die!
God be with you.
Let's have a word about the...
Well...
What about this?
I'd almost shake...
Agree?
Close.
Very well.
He was ready to sell for 45 last time, damn it. Or if the tailor opened up during all that.
God, what happened to you? You... Goodbye.
I'd like to discuss the price.
All right, so...
Satisfied?
Well, well...
My last offer.
I'd almost shake on that.
Damn.
Oh, that's a...
Cucumbers! Lovely cucumbers!
He just hit me with a magic hammer. One tap, is all it took to repair my clothing. Be the cobbler.
Thank you.
Pretzel. It might be the store right next to the tavern, but I didn't see a sign. No, it's just past the tavern. Shoes. Shoes, shoes, shoes.
God grant you health.
Good luck then.
I'm glad to see you. Goodbye.
And sitting here hammering soles into his shoes.
Let's
I
have a
didn't know
word
we
about the
actually put
price.
nails in them, but we do.
Naturally.
Seems very dangerous.
Satisfied?
That's not enough. Aye, that would do.
Yay, stuff repaired. Now we can go talk to Agnes. Spent too long on this little side quest. I didn't think it would take 2 hours, dog. Not even what we were trying to do. We were trying to start from the ashes at first, and we talked to the wrong man. Oh, I don't know. We'll take Teresa on a date. We got time for that, and then we'll probably start Woman's Lot next time. I actually have no idea what Woman's Lot is. I think you play as Teresa, like on the trip to save Henry or whatever.
Stay not our supplications in our distress.
Sounds kind of interesting, I don't know.
God grant you health. How may I help you?
I asked around in Sasau. Father Francis is doing well in Sasau. He has no plans to return to St. James anytime soon.
You talked to him? How is he doing? Doesn't he need his cassock fixed? He's always tearing it.
There isn't a pew or a step he hasn't tripped over at one time or another.
I asked the abbot. He said they have work for him elsewhere and that St. James will have to wait.
Wait? I remember the last time. We had to go to Sasau for almost 2 years. I probably won't even live that long.
That can't be that bad. Meanwhile, you can work at Master Hagen's house and who knows? You might even find you like it.
You're probably right. What else can I do at my age? And the presbytery is too big for one woman alone.
So you agree you'll go and work for Hagen?
Isn't that what I just said? I'll go and do housekeeping for him. Goodbye.
Alright. Do I talk to the bailiff or the Hagen? Like the bailiff. Bailiff. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me.
God save you, good knight. What can I do for you?
Don't call me a knight now, dog. I don't even have full plate. I don't think I'm wearing any leg chain. Nor body plate. I just got a new helmet, I guess.
I chose a cook as well. Should I tell you or go to Hagen?
Tell me who you chose and I'll take care of it.
I chose old Agnes for the cook's job. I had a job convincing her, but it was worth it. She's the best cook around.
Glad to hear it. I'll have to drop in on Hagen for lunch sometime.
Alright. You know, level in speech earned 100 beans. Because I'm an Aquarius like that. I have no idea what Aquarius means, dog. Alright, Teresa, that's where we're going. Yeah, I have a passing interest in astrology. I think it's fun. Because, you know, there are 12 things, and that's only for your one sign, but it's, like, too hyper-specific to be, like, you know, fortune-telling or whatever, where you just say something so general that it'll happen to everybody. So when you look at it, it's like, wow, that is kind of true. It's neat. It's neat. So obviously I only learned about my own side, and there are too many for me to, like, care to learn all 12. Moreover, there are signs for, like, your time of birth and location, so, like, you know exactly what star you were born under, the whole sky or whatever, the position of all the planets. And that's where things get even more hyper-specific, and that's where you're like, huh, maybe there is a little science to this. I have no idea where it actually came from. I haven't done my research. But, like, there's too much of it for there not to be something to all of it. Though it also seems like it's a load of bullshit. Like, how could what star you're born under possibly dictate who you are as a person? Is it just, like, the amount of radiation you've received since that point in time? How fucked is your brain? Anyways, I'm pretty sure I don't get along with Aquariuses. Or I'm not supposed to. That's another reason I just don't want to believe it. Because I'm like, Does the time someone's born really determine whether or not I'm going to like them? Because that sounds fucked up. Where is Teresa? Teresa, I'm pretty sure it's time to bone.
Greetings, Henry.
Don't worry, I practiced on an older woman first. You'll love it. Oh yeah, we got to talk about
Matthew and Fritz
too.
and their regards.
They survived. My God, I'm glad. They helped me out a lot. And where did you see them?
In Sasau. I bumped into them in front of the tavern. Where else?
And how are they doing?
They're doing fine. The monks brought them back to health. But they don't have work, and they're in debt. You wouldn't happen to know of any jobs going for two lazy carpenters?
Not here. And I think it will be the same in all of Ratai. It's overcrowded with refugees and they're all looking for work.
That's bad. Those two need work badly. To keep them out of mischief. You know what they're like.
I do indeed. Try the mills in the smaller hamlets. The miller in the Dechko is old. Maybe he could use some strong hands.
I will. Thanks.
I'm pretty sure that works out, actually. I have time for that.
Would you like to get up to some more mischief? It was fun the last time.
Yes, it was. I'm a bit surprised you thought so too. Although a girl doesn't get a chance to tend the wounds of a gallant defender every day. It's quite late to be going out somewhere just now. Will you come tomorrow?
Damn. Quite late. It's noon. Do I really have to come in the morning, dog? Teresa. Disappointed.
Do you still feel like...
It's quite late to be...
Fine, fine. I'll go talk to the miller. We're at, like... Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That I wanted to do that quest so I could feel like I made more progress than just running back between two towns for one small task. But maybe we'll help out Matthew and Fritz. They're probably gonna have me run back to Sasau to tell them though, and that's gonna be annoying.
Yeah.
This isn't where I'm going. The quest isn't tracked, is it? Yeah, it's not. Eternal. Restless Spirit. I can put that one away. We're not getting the Necronomicon for a while. Can't even rub that thing. Look for the translator. That's nearby, I think. Wow. You look like you're carpenting. Hello, Miller Jane.
God be with you. What can I do for you?
Here is a mess.
You've been working at the mill for a while now, haven't you?
Pretty long. Why'd you ask?
I heard there's a possibility of finding work here for 2 talented carpenters.
That depends on how talented they are.
I'd say they're talented enough.
We'll soon see. But go talk to the miller about it, all right?
Of course. Is the miller very strict?
The miller isn't, but his foreman doesn't give the workers anything for free, besides kicks and insults.
Well, hopefully that won't happen. They're good men.
I'll be happy if that's true. Take care.
They're good with their tools, too. Thomas.
God save you. What can
Is
I
the
do?
miller or the foreman?
Is there any work here for carpenters?
No, I'm not looking for anyone at the moment. May the Lord watch over you.
Like hell you aren't. This must be the miller. He's got the hat.
I hope I can be of help to you, knight.
Teresa, the millmaid, sent me. She said you could use some help.
Some extra pairs of hands would be useful. What do you have in mind?
My friends, 2 survivors of Skalitz, are looking for work.
And why should I take that?
They're experienced carpenters.
Why not? Carpenters would be helpful. There's a lot of work here at the mill, and I'm not as spry as I used to be. Thomas, my foreman, tries his best, but he ain't up to that kind of work. But they aren't idlers and drunks, are they? I only take in people who are willing to do hard, honest work.
Idlers. So 12 to 6 or 4 to 11. I think that's the same difference, dog. You know me, though. I'm a knight.
Miller, you know me. Everyone around here knows me. And you also probably know that I work for Sir Radzig Cobbler.
Really?
Really? And I'll be very grateful
Why,
if
you know me. Why would I lie to
reward those who help me?
help myself?
I know. People around here know you. Tell them I'll give them a chance. We'll talk about pay and a roof over their heads when they get here.
Take care now.
Okay. Guess I have to run over to Sasso.
Yeah.
Fucking bush.
Yeah.
God damn, Jesus Christ be praised. Jesus Christ, forgive me. That was a fine burp, though. Still taste the seasoning from dinner.
Yeah. What do you say? What do you fucking say? You fucking sodomite. Gone weak at the knees, have you?
Hold on. Guy doesn't need my fine steel. Stick will suffice. Bitch. And everyone's gotta start somewhere. But this isn't an adventure game. You can't just take a stick and try and beat some ass, dude. Bard potion, cracking, preserver. Guy didn't have shit. He was just starting. I ended his life like that. Some preserved smoked sausage. Delicious. I can taste the rat poison. How I know it's healthy.
Yeah.
No rats have been near it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Matthew, Fritz. I'm right there, innit?
Hey, twat face.
Whoa.
The monastery wants you to pay for treatment. That doesn't sound right.
Leave it be, Howell.
If you say so.
They probably did something wrong.
Goodbye.
The miller and Ledechko would be happy to meet you.
You really found work for us?
Of course. I couldn't bear to look at those sour faces of yours a moment longer.
Thanks, Henry. Only...
What?
The reward we talked about, well, we haven't got 2 groschen to rub together.
Nah, that doesn't matter. You'll pay me when you have it.
That we will. Stop by and visit us in a week. We'll pay you back as soon as we get our first wage.
First wage is always nothing though, dog. Either buy yourself a steak Or you can save $50. Okay, we're going to find this translator fella. Anything that's not too time consuming, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm just assuming that a woman's lot's gonna be long because you had to pay money for it. It's probably gonna be like an hour though.
Yeah.
Oh, Miller with the quest icon. He's probably one of them Eevee Millers. We steal stuff in Sasau, yeah?
God's blessings. What can I do for you?
Yep.
I'm Henry from Skalitz, and I'm looking to mill a bit of extra coin, if you know what I mean.
I expect Peshek sent you. And if it was Peshek who sent you, you can't be a complete dolt. I'll try you out. The tailor in Sasau has received some valuable brocade. Can you get it for me?
A brocade? Is that a fabric?
No problem. It'll be here in no time at all.
Good. It ought to be at his shop. Bring the whole bolt. God be with you.
Vagrant. Is this the guy?
I heard you know how to speak Hungarian. But are you fluent?
Ah, I speak it well enough. But why are you interested, brother?
Where did you learn Hungarian?
In the university in Vienna. I studied there diligently until all my coin was spent. So I'm travelling back to my home, Prague, to the mother of all cities, brother.
I might have a job for you.
A job? And I was hoping you were coming with an invitation to a drink, or a message from my mistress.
This guy.
Your mistress sends word for you to get off that idle arse of yours and come with me.
Ha! I don't have a mistress anymore. But what about that drink? Do they have wine where you're headed?
Maybe watery beer. But if I know your kind, you'll be happy enough to drink that.
Oh, God's truth, brother. So what's it all about, then?
I need someone to question a Cuman. I can see you're not tongue-tied and you know Hungarian, so shouldn't be a problem for you.
Lord almighty, a Cuman? But what does it matter? My employers here want to send me back on the road come the end of the week. How much are you paying?
How much would you like?
Well, the question is, how much are you offering?
I'll give you like 34 beans.
Satisfied?
I'd almost shake on that.
35.
Fine. It sounds like a fair deal. And where do you have this Cuman of yours?
Have you heard of the mill in Bujin?
Of course. I've won at dice against the band that works there more than once.
Fine. Take your things and we'll go.
Remember when we lost like 20 minutes because I kept making the wrong turn? Should've just fast traveled, dog.
My respects to you.
I've come to ask about that Cuman.
Ask away.
Interesting.
Take care now.
Interesting. I talked to him.
We can start the questioning.
Wonderful. I was almost starting to get bored.
So, let's begin. Tell him he has one and only chance to save his neck from the gallows.
Jolfidjai, vanashaya de manakvershe.
Tell him I know damn well he's got stolen valuables hidden somewhere around here.
Aváshovad stottat a cuccat, amit OcelotDolphinCrab.
Ezt megmondhatom neked, de előbb azt áruld el, az a fekete hajú ott mellette tud-e magyarul?
Nem, egy szocse.
What's he saying?
Well, he seems to be resisting.
Tell him if he carries on being stubborn, I'm gonna lose my patience.
Na mon, hol van?
Elmondom neked, de azt a geci, aki melletted áll, küld el valahova.
Aha, már gazdem elteni.
Akkor jó, hogy értjük egymást. Jól figyelj, azzal a nagy várossal szemben a folyónál.
Ratára gondolsz?
A nevét nem tudom. Egy nagy város, várfalakkal. És van ott két vár. Szemben a folyó túlpartján van egy domb. Ha a város felé nézel, van melletted egy út. Azon az úton van egy kereszteződés, egy kiégett fával. Viszonnan egy kis ösvény le a vízhez. És lent a víznél van egy kivált fatör.
És abban van?
Igen.
So? Is he saying anything?
No, not really. He just keeps swearing.
Tell him he's running out of time.
És hova küldjem?
Pénzhelyét nem tudom pontosan elmondani, így oda kell őt vinnem.
Well now, he started to talk. He says he buried the coin somewhere in the forest, but he can't describe the place exactly. He says he can take it there, though.
Fine. That's good enough for me.
Well, this sounds like a trap.
Mit akartok már megint? Azért jöttél, hogy kiröhög?
Come on, get up! Now, you're gonna be a good boy and show me the way to your fucking stash. And you better hope there's still something there to find.
Igen.
He's just walking me all the way back to Hungary. Yeah, this is definitely a bandit camp, dog. Trying to pull a fast one.
Már nincs messze. Gyorsan! Itt vagyok! Ja!
Ja.
A picsába!
Fucking 3 of them, dog. I knew that was a trap, though. Probably could have gone better. In fact, he talks way too much to have not told the other guy the location. Probably ran off and revealed treasure himself. I'm just dead. Ow. Yeah. Ah! Looks like this is pre-interrogation. Maybe I can do something better. I guess threatening the guy with a beating probably wasn't the best idea. I mean, one, he's a soldier, two, he's already kind of beat up. There's just a point where you're like, how much worse could it get? I'm already bruised. You gonna make me hurt more? Because I already hurt dog.
We can start the questioning.
Wonderful.
Kinda like, you don't want to start a fight because you don't want to get hit. But after you've already been hit, what have you got to lose? You gotta fucking beat the other guy harder.
So, let's begin. Tell him he has one and only...
You'll feed...
Tell...
Well...
Tell him that if he tells me where it is, I'll set him free.
Now mind, hol van?
Elmondom neked, de azt a gec...
Aha.
Akkor jó, hogy ér.
Ratályra gondolsz?
A nevét. Azon az úton...
És abban...
Igen.
So?
No, not really.
Tell him that if he doesn't say anything in the next few moments, I'll cut his throat right here and now.
És hova küldje?
Pénzeit nem tudom.
The conversation didn't seem to change.
To talk. He says he...
Fine.
I'm honoured that a knight such as you takes an in... God be with you.
Ah, fuck.
I have something to ask him.
Tell me, brother.
Whatever he said took a lot longer than your translation. Did you really tell me everything?
I'm saying.
You know, they have a different manner of speaking in Hungary. Some things can't be translated so easily. There are a few hard nuts for us translators to crack there.
So you didn't translate everything?
Not verbatim. But look, I don't know why you're making a fuss about it. It's simple. He's gonna take you there, and the money's yours.
I did hear him say something about Ratai. He didn't say Ratai, but it sounded like Ratai.
It's just I'm sure I heard him say something about Ratai.
No, he must have misheard. He didn't mention that place. He speaks a strange dialect. That's the trouble.
A fucking dialect?
Ratai is Ratai. It doesn't matter what language it is.
Human to Ratai, and we'll see what he has to say when he's on the rack. They'll have a translator who knows what he's doing. And if I find out you've betrayed me, you'll be very sorry.
Fine, fine. Just keep calm. I didn't tell you everything. You're right.
So what did he say? I'm listening.
He described the place where he says the money is hidden, in exchange for me promising that I'd talk to you into letting him guide you there.
Where does he want to take me?
I have no idea, but it's probably not anywhere you'd want to be.
Shit, told me that, you butthole.
Where's the money then?
Well, across the river from Rattay, there's a hill. And when you're standing on that hill, looking at the town, there's a road next to you. On that road, there's a crossroads by a burnt tree. From there, a small path leads to the water. Then, by the water, on the right, he says, there's a hollowed out stump. And that's where you'll find it.
Well, now, it looks like we're through here. Get lost.
I'm already on my way, and everything is fine now, is it not, brother?
You better hope it's there, or I'm going to come looking for you.
Don't worry. I'm not so foolish as to lie to you twice, am I?
I should hope not.
God be with you.
Good hope not, you bitch.
You should have thought that before you pulled him out of the river.
Alright. Now... talk to the miller. A hill, crossroads, and a burnt tree. Seemed like a lot. It's probably just gonna make quest marker. At least a search area. Where's the miller?
It happened. What's important is that he doesn't get out or he'll stop.
There, he's got the hat.
God save you, good night. What can I do for you?
We went to interrogate that Cuman.
Is that so? Tell me about it.
You were right. He's got coin hidden somewhere.
Ha! You see? That's the legendary miller's instinct for you.
That vagrant of yours is a piece of work.
How's that?
To trick us. He made a deal with the Cuman. His plan was to talk me into letting that bastard lead me on a wild goose chase, while he got the treasure.
Is that so? That sly fox. But you didn't fall for it, so the plan doesn't change. Go with him. Get the money and bring it back here.
And what to do with the Cuman afterwards?
Once you got the coin, you can do what you like with that heathen.
All right. But what do I get out of it?
I'll let you have half. That's fair, isn't it?
Aye, fair enough.
I did most of the
I'll
work.
Get going then.
Take 60% at least.
And don't even think of trying anything underhand. If I find out you've cheated me, you'll rue the day.
Don't worry, Miller.
Goodbye.
Hey, you'll rue the day. I'm the knight. So what now? Am I letting the Cuman guide me, but am I taking him to a different place, or... The what?
Mit akartok már megint? Azért jöttél, hogy kiröhög? Szép kis ős...
Man, I don't know what you're saying.
Nice try, but I'm not stupid.
Na mi van? Megyünk?
But still, I don't intend to wander around the forest all day. Show me where it really is. And no trickery. Got that?
Huh?
God, for fuck's sake, get on with it. Don't you dare try anything.
Well, the Cuman understands me, at least. Means he's just not talking in Czech or English, whatever, on purpose. It's fucking with me. But how would I know otherwise? At the burnt tree.
Az ott egész ismerősnek tűnik. Az ott egész ismerősnek tűnik. Világos. Miért is ásta volna el a közelben az az idióta Tihamér?
Why are you talking to yourself?
Persze, persze. Ha nem találom meg, gyorsan megölsz. Ne félj, értem én. A pénz egy farönkbe van elrejtve. Akkor kell vagy sem?
Antidote! 800 groschen? Holy shit, I'll let you live for that much.
Money, here! Igen?
Yeah, fuck it, you burned down my
I
home.
wanted. Now we're going to Ratai, my friend.
Plus, I only get to keep half of that, so 400, which is still a lot. But this guy burned down my home, man. He's getting hung. Probably be good for morale, too. The Cuman getting tortured in public. Everybody wants to see a bad guy get his comeuppance. Or at least to feel like you're included. Be part of the crowd. Everybody's happy to watch this man get tortured. Kind of like how, the Johnny Depp case blew up for seemingly no reason.
Caraway seeds, garlic, and more. You'll find it nowhere else.
Just because they were popular that we cared. Otherwise, it was a seemingly baseless domestic abuse case. I'm pretty sure he won, right? Because she didn't have any evidence of anything.
My family, my livelihood. Be merciful,
Fred!
good people.
Fred!
However, they got caught in some lies in their defense and got sued for a small amount anyways. Which is hilarious, because, they didn't need to lie about anything. There was very obviously nothing against him, which means you're innocent until proven guilty, as it works. And, I'm sure the man's done plenty of drugs. That probably would have been the easier angle for an approach, but she went with drinking. Oh, you get a bounty on top of that? Nice.
A poor wretch. Sigismund and his murderers took everything I had.
My humble greetings. How may I serve you?
I'm here about the Cuman.
Ah, so it was you who brought him. I suppose you've come for your reward.
Exactly.
I wouldn't want to be in his shoes, I'll tell you that. That is the first Cuman anyone's ever brought in alive. Then again, those devils don't deserve any mercy. Anyway, here's the reward for your service.
Thanks.
God be with you.
Alright. Anyways, the point is, they were both famous, and one of them was significantly more loved than the other. Being Johnny, of course. I have no idea who Amber Heard is, though apparently she's an actor. I think. So, there's a collective villain for everyone to root against.
Yeah.
And that's when pack mentality takes over and you're all suddenly paying attention to an otherwise mundane thing.
Yeah.
I've said before, I love crime drama, I love watching court stuff. But, the only interesting thing was just how fucking flimsy this woman's case was and how she just kept persisting.
Yeah.
Speaking of pack mentality, while I was on my trip, I stayed in a hotel and we had only a TV for entertainment. And there was nothing on TV anymore, man. There's like the news channels, there are the sports, they're the only reason you pay for TV anymore because every other show can be streamed on whatever service. So I think one of the services has sports now. Maybe even just sub the ESPN itself, I don't know. But basically,
yeah,
everyone's watching The Office. It's all they fucking watch. And it's because on TV, that's all that's fucking playing, actually. It's not like you're so quirky, you found this show that was super underrated and you just decide to start watching it. No, it's literally the only thing that they're playing for like hours on end all fucking day. Because there's nothing else worth watching. And no good new ideas. It was all The Office, and then Seinfeld for a while, and then South Park on Comedy Central. And what, there's the History Channel, which is just always good, but they have, like, a lot of crap shows, too. Like Ancient Aliens. Not educational at all. Then there's the Food Network, the ultimate channel.
Yeah.
And that's all there is. But anyways, despite it being like a show, I don't think it's all that funny. It can be funny, but like, not something you want to watch too much of. You know, you just talk about it. It's the only thing that's on TV. So people are watching it, they all talk about it, and now everybody's watching it. Back.
So I see. Well, have you got it?
I have. There was a small fortune stashed away there.
Well, well. So, give me my half and we can each go on our merry way.
Here you are.
Splendid! It's been a pleasure working with you.
Goodbye.
Did it. Now... When I say you don't want to watch it for like too long, I just mean like I take issue with the formula, I suppose. Like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is hilarious too, but everybody's always fucking yelling. It is absolute chaos, and like your ears start to hurt after a while. Whereas with The Office, it's just the constant fucking cutaways and the little, like, reality TV interviews, cuts, and stuff. And that sound. It's too much, and it makes me very aware that I'm, like, watching a show. Kind of like sitcoms, where they stop in every sentence for the laugh track, for something that wasn't very funny. Props to Seinfeld for, like, not doing that. And they still kind of do, like, they'll go to the loading screen with the whenever a bit's done, and that's more or less the laugh track, but it's more tasteful than ruining your joke by letting canned laughter play every time you leave a hint to the punchline. Going back to Peshek's.
Yeah.
So, in conclusion, TV's garbage. There's not much actually worth watching on it, which is why I haven't watched it in years.
Yeah.
Sitcoms suck. Everybody's favorite show isn't that good. And, you being a sheeple is probably the reason that, television's still alive. I know that's always going to exist because of, like, news networks, but, like, let's say everybody did protest television, they all just canceled their subscriptions. Things would change. They'd bring news to Netflix or whatever. They'll have, like, a live stream going on Twitch or something all day. The sports will be on all the things. It's just how it goes. Like when the pandemic happened and everybody had to switch to cyber schooling when most schools didn't really have cyber school programs available. Now they do, and they're here to stay. That's like a feature that should have been there from the beginning. Not from the beginning, but like since it became a viable option. It forced a lot of places to modernize. You want the kid to not come and shoot up the school because he's getting bullied? Well, why doesn't he go to cyber school? Now he now he has no reason to ever return. Or someone like me who like finished his work in half the fucking time frame and just like sat there bored for 4 hours of his day. Every day. I would have loved to just stay home and not waste how much of my invaluable time. I can't get any of that time back. And I know I couldn't work because I was underage, but like, come on. I could have at least enjoyed myself somehow. Working's another thing that I feel needs to freaking modernize a bit, like... You got too many old people in the workforce, and they're all about to disappear, and then we're gonna have young people again. But, like... Why can't children do the brain-dead jobs, like retail? Should they be selling cigarettes and alcohol? Probably not, but, like... Those are special facilities that do that already. They can sell me toilet paper at the Dollar Tree. And every time I go get Chinese food, do you know they've got their 10-year-old daughter cashing my bills? Taking my order? Did Teresa trade beds at Peshek to be closer to me?
No. My God. No. Let me sleep.
Damn it. What was I saying? Right, like, personal sellers also kind of modernized, because they all had to get contactless payments because they didn't want to be handling 30 COVID-infested cash. So they all figured out ways to take digital payment, and even cards. So now when I go to a flea market, I don't need to bring a ton of cash, which I'm never comfortable carrying cash. So I think that's a great thing.
Go away. Leave me alone.
Teresa! It is 7 o'clock! Come on! What happened to waking up at the ass crack of dawn? You said noon was too late in the day. Like, come on. Wake up!
What? No, go away.
He's bugged. There's no way. Alright, is there anything else I can do for, like... No, actually, we're at 3.5. We're good. Maybe reloading will fix her anyways, but, like... 3.5, we're good. We tracked down the translator. We found jobs for some peasants, which took way too long. And, found jobs for our friends. Overall, not much happened, but we did beat up some Cumans earlier, so there was your action. We've ticked all the boxes, made some progress, even though I feel like I wasted, like, at least an hour of the session. So, yeah. Hopefully Teresa wakes up. Poor Sleeping Beauty. And I'll see you guys in a week! Bye-bye. What is this? Your unread notifications? Or is there, like, frame drops? Yeah. That's probably when the game was lagging. We're good. Yeah. Bye-bye.